Oh my god! Nuclear holocaust on the drones!
Alright guys, hello and welcome. This is UC Davis doing some more casting, and today we're going to have Slot versus Smylodon. This is a game Joey sent me, Joey Laguna, also known as Slot. And it is going to be on the new ladder map, Cloud Kingdom. Pretty exciting stuff. I don't know anything about this game, but I know that this is Smylodon, the Red Terran, and this up here is going to be Slot. What's up, Slot? Doop, doop, doop. Cool, good stuff. And it's going to be a PvT. And PvT is pretty nuts right now. People are saying, oh, Protoss overpowered, my Terran ghosts can't do enough. My Terran blah 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 can't do enough. And it's probably true, actually. I don't know why I'm making that in the mocking voice, because it's actually probably pretty true. But no matter, because patches are being deployed as we speak to fix the obvious overbalance. And we'll see what happens. So Smylodon is just going to wall in standard at his ramp. In the meantime, Joey is just going to put a pylon there to focus on being all electrical. Not much else is going to happen. Of course, Smylodon jumping up to a ton of APM, doing practically nothing. He did put down a barracks, as is appropriate for a game of StarCraft 2. And that's okay, because that's what we do. Slot looks like he is getting a lot of probes, and let's look at the timing, actually. He saved up a ton of minerals, and there is the Nexus, which I like to see, a fast Nexus, opening in PvT. Meanwhile, Smylodon looks like he's rallying all the way up here, so he's going to have his units here. He may elect to put down a command center. In fact, he's saving a lot of gas. He's saving a lot of minerals. He doesn't have any gas. I would not be surprised if see a very early command center come out of Smylodon in response to this Nexus. And Slot, actually, I'm going to steal this build, Joey. I'm going to tell you this right now, because this is what I want to do, is a fast expand as Protoss. So you 16, 17, a bunch of gateways, and the assimilator, and another pylon, and then you build the final probe. Pretty cool stuff. As this Nexus completes, he's gonna put down a bunker rush. He's gonna Maynard, but he's gonna get bunker rushed, and the Marine is moving across the map, but the SCV does get detonated and is not gonna live. And in the meantime, a really smart scout, he's gonna see those Marines moving right in. And all there's going to be are probes to fight off this Marine, but that's okay, because on the way are two Zealots. Should be chrono boosting one out. Yes, correct decision. Oh no, he lets his Marine get surrounded, and these probes are going to get to work on the mineral line, and this Zealot is going to do a great job of just killing every other Marine that comes by. Poor guy, he's going to run. He's running right to his death. Actually, I thought that was going to be more exciting. But Smylodon, in the meantime, is fast expanding. He's getting his own Marines out, taking double gas and double racks, so probably going to be lots of tech coming out eventually, but he's going to be pretty low on units. In the meantime, Joey is just going to get this Cyber Core to get out Warp Gate. Always good to have. He's going to move out with the Zealot just to see what he's facing. A bunker in a pretty good position. Actually, this is a really close opening if you haven't played on Cloud Kingdom. This is really small, and this bunker can pretty much fend off anything that's trying to move in. There's no going to be like Hellion run-bys around the side, nothing like that. Pretty standard stuff. And in the meantime, Joey is just going to get Chrono Boost or Warp Gate technology started and get out a Stalker. Smart holding both of these, just preparing for any sort of one-base push, because he hasn't really been able to scout much. But he's perfectly safe right now. And the important thing is getting way ahead in probes, especially because 2 Nexus, you should be way ahead in probes, so that's good. And also getting a Sentry and a Zealot, so he's just going to build a bunch of units. We'll see where he decides to tech. He isn't going too strong in gas. He only has 1 completed. The second one's halfway done. As opposed to Smylodon, who's like, oh, I'm going to get a ton of gas. And he's actually going double Engineering Bay. He has a bunch of tech labs finished. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 2-base bio push as soon as 1-1 finishes, though he doesn't have the gas at all to start doing that kind of thing. In the meantime, Joey is saving up, presumably, for those gateways. Actually, he's going to put down a Twilight Council, which I really like seeing. So he can go, like, Blink Stalkers off of this, or he can try to put down a Templar Archives and go, like, Charge Lot Archon, which is, you know, still pretty strong against the Terran players. In the meantime, though, this is going to be a lot of bio, and it's starting to not be produced, but you can see, look at all of these upgrades. That's where Smylodon is spending all of his money. In addition to getting a Missile Turret in a good position, just in case there's early DTs, something crazy like that. This Twilight Council was pretty, you know, far delayed, so you could have DTs out on the map. This is a pretty good timing for that. But Joey's going to be able to get a lot of units. He has 3 base and a robo on the way, or 3 gate robo on the way. Finally putting down all of his gas. And this is going to be a pretty slow game. Yeah, I should have said that about 8 minutes ago, because that's really all that's happened. The bunker rush really wasn't all in. It wasn't executed very well, but it wasn't all in. And these players are just gonna, you know, slowly get a big army. Here comes a push from Smylodon. He says, I have army, I attack. He's probably gonna not immediately attack, but it's a pretty big rush distance. And he's gonna have these upgrades for it, but charge is almost halfway done. If it gets chrono boosted out, it should be there more than enough time. And Smylodon ignoring the towers, so Joey's going to see everything that's coming. He's getting prepared with these sentries, with stalkers. He already has a ton of zealots, so this push isn't going to do too much at all if it gets properly taken care of. Also an observer, he's going to see everything. Smart idea taking down the rocks. You're able to move more units in, and that's a lot more force fields. I think that might be 3 total, 4 for, like, not a GM player, or not a perfect player. But he's just going to move back. He's not even going to bother taking down the rocks because Joey has a large army on the way, and with Charge, Immortals, he can actually do a pretty good 2-base timing push. Let's see if he chooses to do that, or if he's going to take advantage of this window to get another base up. I think he's going to put down the Nexus. In fact, it is already been decided. But at the same time, we see a very early command center, and Joey definitely sees it right as it gets put down. Excellent scouting timing, even if serendipitous a bit. And in the meantime, Smylodon is just going to get some medevacs. So he's going pretty strong bio. You can see the final bio upgrades are just finishing now. These Marines and Marauders are in pretty good position. Unfortunately, running that Observer right into Missile Turret. Man. But he's getting 3rd bases. He's going to know that there is a 3rd base down for Smylodon. And let's see what they choose to do. And I like Joey's decision. Let's see if I can find it. It's going to be back here. No, it's not back here. Where is it? Ooh, it's tagging. Templar Archives. I gotta say, Joey, I don't like this positioning, because if any drops come, he's gonna try to drop right there. I mean, look how wide open it is. And that's gonna be one of the first targets he's gonna take out, especially with Marauders. Luckily, on 2 bases, you have your army here, but once you have 3, you move them up, you know, to here in this area, or try to move them up here, and that's really far away, and you could lose this Templar Archive for practically nothing. But he is going to get a early Archon. He's chrono boosting out Storm, which is great against bio. Great against bio, especially if you can land those money force fields, which you always love to see. And it looks like their bases are just finishing now. Both players actually majoring probes at the exact, or harvesters at the exact same time. Interesting movement by Smylodon. He's going to be moving up into the north. It does get scouted by Joey because he had this Zilnaga tower, and Smylodon's actually going to take out these pylons, which kind of sucks, but it's not that big of a loss. He does have a large supply gap here. He does have his army in position. Observer moving around. Just getting the scout on, and 2 dropships moving full force into the base. Joey's going to put 2 stalkers there. Will it be enough? Looks like Smylodon is going to pull back and take out this pylon instead. Actually 5 stalkers now, so that's going to be pretty smart, but he's moving the rest of his army around here, and he's going to leave him there. Joey's army did engage here and managed to take out a bunch. Smylodon kind of being indecisive in what he wants to do. Taking out these rocks, leaving these ones up. I mean, come on, man. But he's just getting a lot of bio. And meanwhile, in Joey camp, he is getting some very good 2-2 upgrades. Not getting Colossus just yet, which I would like to see just because bio is super weak against Colossus, right? And there's like no Vikings on the field. He is, you know, in a position to get Vikings, but I love Colossus, man. It just feels OP using him. Also, what you can do is put some cannons here, especially when you're floating this much money. And Joey's army is going to be out of position. This Bio Force is doing a lot of damage. It's going to be enough to take out a pylon and a few probes, 3 to be precise. And he's trying to do another drop in the north, but these stalkers in a great position manage to catch them off guard. In the meantime, Smylodon is just saying, why the fuck build anything but bio? And that's actually a really big force, so it's going to come down to a big engagement. He did get charged, but he does not have too many zealots. 16, actually, they're just hiding. It's very blue, if you can't tell. But he does have Storm completed, and so if he gets Charge Lot, Storm, Force Fields off, that's going to be great. And putting down... okay, that's what I was talking about. You can put down some cannons when you're floating that many minerals. But this is going to be engagement. The engagement. I believe he knows it's out there. He definitely looks like he's preparing for it. And if he can catch this army with the right storms, it's going to do a lot. And here come the... oh! The High Templar. One storm does not do too much damage, but really what it's doing is pushing all this bio away. And now Joey is going to be in a good position to get Colossus. Of course, you want to get Extended Thermal Lance along with it, because it just makes them that much more fun to use. I really like these cannons here. They're going to, you know, trap any bio trying to run in. And at least delay that kind of attack while you get your army in position to deal with it. And while he waits for Colossus to finish, he's going to be in good position. He does have a little too much minerals, but I think that's because he's mostly just saving to get a lot of Colossi. Getting, 3-3 weapons this early, I love it. He's moving his army north because he saw with his observer exactly what's happening. And here comes the Bioforce, but it is forced to run away because this Archon just looks so badass. Some really good decisions, but interesting, Smylodon actually takes a really nice fourth. Because he knows that Joey needs to defend his base. Oh no, this Colossi does get trapped! All of the High Templar are dying! One storm does get managed to... It's landed, but these charge lots are going to work. A nice pickup, but these medevacs are pretty weak. These stalkers are going to move down. And, what is it? Look at all of this damage. Wow, look at that. I did it almost... to no effects. Oh, here we go. This is great. Oh, look at that. I am awesome at observing. And Joey's actually going to run away, but he's going to have a lot of charge lots. Oh, but he doesn't have the storm that he wanted. Why did I press that button? Go away. Why? He is going to be kiting. Smylodon is losing a lot of bio to these zealots, and he's going to stim and run away. But he's doing okay. He has that fourth base mining away. And then he's just going to lose his whole army. So what is going to happen? I don't know, but he needs to scout out this fourth and take it down, man. He does have Colossi out on the field. He has one completed. He doesn't have too many High Templar, so all of his gas has kind of been misspent at this point. He lost a lot of bio. That one push that took out so many High Templar, that took out the first Colossus, did a lot more damage than it should have. And just look at this Bioforce. There are a lot of ghosts, man. That is scary stuff. So Joey is ahead in supply. Not actually sure why, because he's behind in pretty much everything, and he's only getting his fourth base now. But this is a scary force. I'm going to call this